Hello there, my darling dragon friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ariel. I am the Sassy Dragon, and today we are going to be smelling and reviewing the fragrance Scandalous Parfum EDP by Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is probably the newest flanker, I think, from the Scandal lineup. It's a really beautiful kind of red bottle. I was able to get a really good deal on this one by buying a tester. I always say it's great if you can get a hold of authentic testers. That's always a great way to go when you're buying perfumes. I really liked the simplicity of the notes, so I went ahead and blind bought it, and I really do like this one. It's very, very nice. So this one, this one came out, was launched in 2022. So I do think it's the newest one in the Scandal lineup. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. And that comes out pretty nice. Has a nice mist on it. The shape of the bottle is a little bit more like So Scandal rather than the original Scandal, and it has this red that's kind of from within. Has the same, kick up your heels legs on the top that the other Scandal bottles do. So I like the keeping with the bottles. So it's funny that the marketing's call this a amber floral. But it has no amber in it. I would not call it that at all. This was created by Anne Io, Fabrice Pellegrin, who worked on pretty much most of the other Scandal fragrances, and Daphne Bouget. Top note is vanilla. Top note is jasmine. Middle notes are caramel and sea salt, and base note is vanilla. So it's a very simplistic fragrance. And it's a really interesting one because to me, this almost has, it's almost a freshener, like and not in a bad way, but it's almost like a air freshener, fabric softener, not quite detergent smell. It's not that clean, but it has a cleanness to it that just makes me think of fresh laundry to a degree. The other thing about this fragrance that I really noticed, because I am very, very strong on picking up similarities between fragrances and things that I've smelled before. And it's interesting because this one, it's a weird association, guys, but it reminded me a lot of Philosophy's Baby Grace. I don't know if any of you remember Baby Grace, out of the different Grace perfumes that they have. I don't even think they make that one anymore, but I used to really enjoy it around like 2005, 2006. I really liked it in the warmer months because it was very simple. It had this kind of lightness to it, and it almost had a sort of candied or sweet violet fragrance to it that I really, really liked about it, and this one has that. Even though there's no violet at all in the mix, there is something about this that just has a little bit of that similarity to it. So unusual to my nose. I also do not, even though the big heart of this is supposed to be like a salted caramel, I don't get a caramel fragrance from it at all. Not really. No, not if it is, it's just not the way my nose usually interprets caramels. It doesn't have that gooey, warm, sweetness that a caramel usually has. And the vanilla in this, it's definitely there, but it's not a gourmand vanilla. That's what I would say about this. Even though it has those gourmand notes of caramel and vanilla, this has a fresh scent to it. It has a slightly sweet violet floral to it. It does have jasmine, but it doesn't come across as like a real pungent, strong jasmine to me at all. It could be that the salt, that salt energy, salt fragrance, that salt vibe is coming in there and making it a little bit more fresh, a little bit lighter. I really like this one. I don't know if I would wear it a whole lot just like with the Philosophy Baby Grace, it was not one that I wore a ton, but when I wore it, I really liked it. I especially liked it when I was traveling, and just kind of wanted something that was a bit simple, that wasn't going to overwhelm people around me. The Philosophy fragrances were very much like that. They're very, very light. This, I think you'd have to spray it a little bit lighter because it is definitely a stronger fragrance than those would be, because it is an eau de parfum. But it's kind of interesting because I would have expected something a lot more over the top from the Scandal line. Most of the Scandal fragrances have been very boisterous and loud and like life of the party, hence the, you know, kicking up your heels with the legs, right? But this one feels more relaxed. It feels more, I don't know, refreshing, almost gentle, you know? And so when it comes to other fragrances that I like that do have what I would call a stronger caramel note, I would, of course, go to Prada Candy. If you're looking for something that has more of a caramel, to me, this one definitely has a caramel scent. I also really like Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One, the original The Only One. This one has, yeah, definitely, it has a caramel note in there that really sticks out. It almost has that buttery, sugary, you know, feeling, you know, caramel. But this one, no. This one to me is fresh, light. It's a little jasmine, a little violet. It's got the vanilla, so it does have that sweetness, but not overly like a sticky sweetness. And maybe that sea salt is bringing in just a little cleanness, a little bit of that sea air maybe, right, you know, into the blend. I think it's very nice, but I don't think it really fits the Scandal mode. But if you like, you know, that kind of fragrance like I do, you might really enjoy having this one in your collection. Like I said, I don't think that it's going to be one I'll reach for like all the time, but when you have that mood takes you, that you want something that's a little sweet, a little light, a little soft, you know, a really slightly powdery, fresh floral quality to it. Even though it doesn't have violet in the list, my nose definitely picks it up. I don't know why. I'd love to hear people's thoughts on it. I always encourage that in the comments section. So let me know what you think about the Scandalous Parfum. Let me know if any of you pick it up on the violet, because for me, I can really tell that there's something going on in there beyond just the 4 notes that are being officially listed. I will look forward to seeing you again, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.